everybody, it's Regan Sample, real estate agent with St. Vrain Realty here in Longmont, and today I'm with Monica Fitzpatrick, the owner of Elevated Yoga Studio in downtown Longmont. So thanks for taking time to talk to us. I'm excited to be here and just learning about Monica and her business and the studio. I just want to start by asking you, tell us what got you into yoga, what you love about it, and maybe something that's different about your studio than some others.
That's a great question. How did I get into yoga? I found yoga through the stress and overwhelm of being a teacher in the classrooms. Being an educator in elementary schools is very stressful. And so yoga was my release and my comfort, my home. I've been to many yoga studios until I found Elevated Yoga Studio when I moved to Colorado. There was a previous owner here, George, who was my teacher, is my teacher, and he taught me meditation and all wonderful things here. And then he decided to venture out and start teaching yoga teachers internationally and opened up the space to me, and I've held it on for about 3 years now in November. And this space is unique in that it is really gentle, meditative style of practice. We really focus on the mind and the heart. In addition to the asanas, the postures, of course, we do move our bodies, but we also rest our bodies, breathe, and practice mindfulness and meditation.
So it's something I definitely noticed coming in. I parked outside on Main Street, I came up the stairs, I had a busy day, and I came in and I felt like 2 notches more relaxed already. So when you're talking about the environment, one thing right before we started recording, you were mentioning too, something that's different is lack of mirrors. So tell us about that and your philosophy or why it's like that.
Yeah, so Elevated Yoga Studio is in downtown Longmont, and we're upstairs, elevated. So it's cool you mentioned coming up the stairs. You can hear the street noise, but it's like this really calm sanctuary in the midst of downtown. And there's no mirrors. That's really important to me because the yoga practice is not about how it looks, it's about how it feels. And so in this space, we're not outside externally looking at ourselves through a reflection, but we're feeling how the posture feels in our body. So you could be in a posture and feel amazing, and then you could look at yourself and feel that body shame. I myself have struggled with body shame and image issues in my own body, and having a mirror sometimes is defeating in that physical practice. And so for me, it feels much more wonderful to take on a warrior pose and feel strong and not worry about how it looks.
See, that's pretty cool. I think it can be a total distraction, and when you're trying to relax and meditate or do whatever, to just be able to focus more on what you're doing or be part of the class and that sort of thing. So
it's a lot about the self. The yoga practice is about the self. It's self-serving so that we can go out there and serve others.
See, that's cool. What are the class sizes, offerings? How many classes do you have going?
Yeah, this is a really small space, truly. We are a small, I call it a micro studio, and that's really purposeful. The teacher every time can give you individual attention, and you're able to share more when you have a smaller group. Right now, our class size is 8, but we've also had as many as 12 in here.
One thing you mentioned too, and I don't know how common it is, but you mentioned drop-in classes, so people aren't necessarily, they can come and try things out or just come in what works for their schedule, or?
Yes, so if you are a new student, we recommend the new student special. That's a week of classes for $20. That way you can try what works for your schedule, try a bunch of different styles and teachers. And then the pricing beyond that, $17 to drop in. So if you're here in town visiting or you don't want to commit to any larger package size, drop in when you're comfortable. And then we also have packages. Our 10-class pass is a great option, and it never expires. So you buy your 10 classes and use them at your pace.
Well, it's awesome. I definitely love what you've done with the place. I love the paint colors. I think it's great that you've been here for so long and you made it through 2020 and you're building back up.
Can I say one thing during 2020 about the space and these cranes?
Yeah.
So we have in our space about 500 paper cranes, and I folded them during the pandemic. In March of 2020, I folded 1 crane as a meditative practice for me to do something with my hands.
Oh, wow.
And as the pandemic kept going on and on, right? I thought it was going to be 2 weeks and then I was going to get my job back. But I had a lot of time, and time spent scrolling was too much, so I needed to do something with my hands. I folded cranes, and in the cranes I folded energy of peace and hope and optimism and love. And then I first made a little crane curtain over there, but again, the pandemic went on, and so now we have many cranes filling the space, and now I get to share them in the community, and I hope that you lay under them and feel a moment of peace as well.
Nice, and that's awesome. I'm sure that added to what I felt coming in and taking like the stress of my day down 2 notches just coming into the space. You've done an awesome job with the floors. The environment's amazing, and you know what? Check out Elevated's yoga studio, and make sure you're focusing on yourself, right? Because that's what it's about. And we all need to get back to our what makes us healthy inside. So awesome. Hey, well, thanks again, Monica, and thanks for watching.
Thank you.